Hey, what's going on, guys? Um, in this video, we're going to be working on the email configuration of our application. Now, if you've seen the demonstration video or the project intro video, which is the first video of this series, there was some email functionality that I had set up within the application. So basically, when a user gets registered within the system, an email notification gets sent to their email, and then basically that's just an email notification asking them to verify the account. And the other one would be to reactivate your account if it has been blocked or deactivated. So that's what we're going to be setting up within this email. So without wasting any more time, let's just get to it. So the first thing I'm going to do is here within the config folder, I'm going to create a class within here. So that class is going to be our email config. If I can just get it to open here. What am I doing? Uh, which is going to, so I'm going to say mail config. All right. So now within here, I'm going to create a method with all of the properties for our email. So I'm going to say public static um, and then I'm just going to say get mail config. Okay, and then I also need to annotate it as a bean class. Okay, so within here, we obviously need to return this Java mail sender implementation. And by the way, if you're wondering, we are getting this particular email functionality because we have imported, or within the dependencies, we have added it here within our pom.xml file. So make sure that you have this within your dependency in order for you to be able to send emails and so forth. All right, so with that being said, first thing I need to do is Java, and then I'm just gonna call it uh, email config, and then just gonna say okay. And then the other thing I need to do now is to set some properties within here. Okay, so I'm gonna say and then just gonna call it props equals to okay, and then I'm gonna say prop, and then all right, so I'm just gonna add those properties and then I'll explain them afterwards. So I'm just gonna say prop within here. I'm just gonna put them strings in there and then say transport, and then it's gonna be dot protocol, and then second parameter is gonna be SMTP. All right, so I'm just gonna copy and paste this a couple of times and then just add those properties um, in the meantime. So I'm just gonna pause the video and then I'll explain them after. All right, so currently these are the properties for our email config. Now, just like with the JPA or the JPA what you call it, API. You can set all of these all these properties here within the application.properties file. Now, just like the JPA repository or the JPA API, I did try to do this within this application or applications.properties file, but again, I couldn't get it to work for some odd reason. I'm not sure what exactly was I missing. So I ended up conceding, and I ended up creating a class where I set all these properties within it, and then only then it started to work. So that is why, if you're wondering, I'm using a class to set up all of this stuff. All right, so the other thing that I need to do is set the what you call it, the credentials. So I'm gonna say, all right, so within here, then I'm gonna say email config dot set host. Now for this, I used Mailtrap, so I'm gonna say smtp dot mailtrap dot io. All right, and then the port is going to be 2525. Right, and then after that, the email. Now the username and password. Um, if you've never worked with Mailtrap before, you're gonna need to register on Mailtrap, and then the details that I'm gonna be adding here, you will get them once you've had your own subscription set up for your Mailtrap account. So my username and password is as follows. That's my username, and then my password. All right. So again, you have to get your own email and I mean username and password from your own Mailtrap account, and then you set them up here in order for you to be able to send emails and so forth. All right. So since we've set that up, the one last thing we need to do then is to return email config. All right. So just to recap, these are the properties we're gonna need to when sending the email, and then you get your own. You set up your host, your port along with your username and password, and then you just return it over here. So I just want to say, okay, all right. So now the one other thing that I want to set up now is the messenger. So I'm going to create a package here, and I'm just going to call it messenger. Now I could say mail, but the thing is, the only reason I'm saying messenger is because I will be building some other features, well, not obviously within this series, but onto this project where I want to be sending out what you call it, not only emails but other messaging functionalities like SMSs and so forth. So within this messenger folder, I'm going to create a class called mail messenger. Mail messenger. Okay. All right. And then now I'm going to create a method within here, which I'm going to say public uh, and then this is going to be the type of email I'm going to be sending is going to be of HTML type. So I'm going to name this method HTML email messenger. All right, and then within here, the first thing I need to do is I'm going to say Java mail sender, and then I'll just say sender. Um, mail config dot get mail config. All right, and then I'm gonna say my, which is gonna be my message. Then I'll say message. All right, so this one is gonna take two parameters. So the first one will be the message, and then the other one I have to set it to true. And by the way, guys, all of this information you can find it online. Um, um, what you call it, if you need to know more about it. So, okay, then now what I need to do is HTML. I want to say, oh, by the way, I actually need to set some parameters within here. So there's going to be a message from, and then the other one is going to be string, and then to mail, and then the other one is going to be subject, and then the next one is going to be the body. So which is going to be, let me just name it body. All right, so this is going to be the mail that it's sending from, and then to the recipient, obviously the subject and body. So then I'm gonna, within the parameters here, I'm gonna say from mail, and then set from. Actually, I'm lying. I'm supposed to say to mail, and then paste that there. Okay, and then obviously the next one is gonna be set subject, and then obviously it's gonna be subject. Right, and then obviously it's going to be body, and then since this is going to be an HTML type of message or body, we then have to set the second parameter to true. So basically that's just saying that HTML message will be, I mean HTML will be set to true. Okay, all right, and then what I need to do is say sender, and then in here, and then I pass message. Okay, what else? I know I don't have to do this. It's just I set these comments so that whenever I need to come back and review any of these things, I know what I'm doing or I know what I'm looking at. All right. So yeah, that's the what you call it. That's the method that we're gonna use to send emails. And so I think that's done for now. Just wanna make sure I got everything there. All right. So that's our mail messenger over there. So again, we're just pulling that config from our mail.config class over here. Let me just close these tabs. We're pulling all these properties, and again, I'm using Mailtrap, and then through that, we're gonna be setting it here, and then we'll be calling this method to send our email. And I think that's it for now, if I'm not mistaken. Um, Let me just review my notes quickly. Yeah, I think that's it for now. Let me just leave another comment here. Oh, the other thing that I want to do actually is add a class within here, within our functions. Well, this class that I'm going to add is for the HTML body that we're going to use here. So within the application, what I did was I set up a class within here that I'm going to call whenever I need to set up our HTML body to be sent through with the email. So just going to say HTML, and within here I created a method, which is going to be email HTML, and then it was going to take two parameters. The first one was going to be the token, and then if I'm not mistaken, I think the other one was the email, as far as I could tell. So let me just do this. All right, so what I had done was I set up a URL string, um, which was going to be URL, and then what I did was I took the server, what do you call it? I took the server obviously and the port, which was as follows. So it was obviously it was HTTP and then semicolon backslash, which was 127.0. What's going on here? And then the port was, if I'm not mistaken, was 8070. Okay. And then obviously the route was verification. No, it was verify account, if I'm not mistaken. Verify account. And then I had set up some parameters, which was going to be this, which was going to take in this token in that email. So what I did was verification token, which equal to, and then I had to concatenate the token, and then um, and email was equal to, which was the email over there. All right, so I'm well aware that this wouldn't be the best practice or the best way of doing things. But for now, for the purpose of this particular series, this was sufficient for what we needed within this app. So now the other thing that I'm going to set up, the other thing that I'm going to set up is the HTML body. So what I needed to do was string, and then I'll set email body. So obviously the header would be h1, which would be verify accounts, and then what else? All I needed to do was just add a paragraph as well and say please click uh, link. I think that's what I said. Oh yeah, I needed to add a BR tag here. Okay, then same thing here. Okay, I think I just need to add another paragraph as well here. And I'll just concatenate that. So what I just need to say there is you. Okay, so those are the two tags that we need. You have been successfully registered onto the system. Please click the link below to verify your account. So now I just need to add a an anchor tag. So okay, all right. So then from there, just add an href, which is gonna be um, and then I'll add that URL within there. I hope I've done the right thing there, but I think I have. So yeah, so that's basically it for the HTML tag, and then that's what I need to return here, email body. So it's fairly simple. We could have done a little bit more, but we don't need to. So but yeah, so this is the body that we will return when we pass it in here within this HTML email messenger method over here. So I think that's it for now in terms of what we need for our email configuration. So what I'll do is within the next video, when we add some extra layers to our authentication process, we're also going to test out this when we register a new user to see if we can send an email to notify them and so forth. So yeah, guys, that's basically it for our email configuration there. So within the next video, what we will be doing is we're going to be testing out, for example, if you remember, within the auth controller, we did two comments, which was over here to check and see if the account the user is logging in with has it been verified or not, and also to check if the account is active. So there are two methods that we need to add here, and then we're gonna also add a new user um, within the system, and then to test out that what you call it, that email messenger of ours, and then yeah, we'll take it from there. So, but that's it for our email configuration for today. Um, Again, guys, for those of you who haven't done so already, and if you like what you've seen so far, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate all the support, and I'll be seeing you guys within the next video. Cheers for now.